They didn't notice it at first. That's how it always starts. One face on a security monitor. One figure moving through the glow of fluorescent lights while the rest of the city slept. Nothing violent. Nothing rushed. Nothing that screamed danger. Until someone realized there was one thing missing from every frame. This man never slept. Not on camera. Not off camera. Not even when no one was supposed to be watching. For nearly 3 weeks, he moved through a city built on routine, breaking in, walking out, blending into daylight crowds, without ever closing his eyes. Doctors would later say it was impossible. Police would say the case was over. But the cameras kept rolling. And somewhere in the footage, he was still awake. This is the story of the man who didn't sleep. They didn't notice it at first. That's the strange part. With everything we know now, with all the footage and reports, it's easy to forget how ordinary it looked in the beginning. Just another face drifting through the grainy glow of a security monitor. Another late-night shadow moving through convenience store aisles and empty parking garages. Another case file that would have stayed thin if not for one small detail that refused to go away. The man never slept. Not on camera. Not when anyone was watching. And eventually, not even when they weren't. It started in a city that prides itself on routine. Streets and stores followed the same predictable rhythm every night. Patrol cars rolled by the same intersections like clockwork. The first break-ins didn't raise alarms beyond the literal ones. A pharmacy hit just after midnight. No forced entry, no smashed glass. Security footage showed a man in a hooded jacket walking calmly through the automatic doors as if the store were still open. He didn't rush. He knew exactly where to go. Painkillers, sleep aids, cough syrups. He ignored the cash register entirely. 10 minutes later, he walked back out. Police assumed inside help or a copied key code. The alarm company blamed a system glitch. Insurance paid out. Case closed. 3 nights later, a self-storage facility on the other side of town was hit. Again, no forced entry. The cameras caught everything. A man with the same steady gait opened unit after unit. Took specific items. One unit he emptied completely, leaving only a clean concrete floor. The owner filed a missing persons report the next morning. That was when the cases were linked. Detective Aaron Klein was assigned. A man who trusted patterns more than people. Most criminals burned out fast, predictable and sloppy. This one didn't. Klein watched the footage late into the night. He slowed it down, paused it. He watched the man's face whenever the hood slipped back far enough to catch the overhead lights. No visible scars. No tattoos. No identifiers. What caught Klein's attention wasn't what the man did. It was how he moved. Every step deliberate. Every action precise. Never hesitant. And his eyes. Even through the low resolution, they were unervingly steady. Focused. Unblinking. Klein made a note. Eyes open entire time. It seemed meaningless at first. Over the next week, the crimes escalated. A veterinary clinic at 2:13 a.m. A shipping warehouse at 3:40. A suburban home at exactly 4 a.m. Each crime followed the same pattern, no forced entry, no cash stolen, precise execution. By the time Klein requested citywide surveillance, the footage stretched 12 nights back. He focused on locations at first, then noticed something strange. Priya Singh, a tech analyst, synced the footage side by side. He doesn't overlap, she said. Klein leaned in. Meaning? Meaning he's always somewhere. Midnight to dawn, committing crimes. But during the day, he doesn't disappear. They tracked him at a bus terminal at 9:15 a.m., a library at noon, a laundromat at 3:30 p.m. Always upright. Always alert. Watching, waiting. 19 days. For 19 straight days, the man appeared somewhere on the city's cameras. Never asleep. Never slumped. Never out of place. Medical experts were consulted. Sleep specialists reviewed the footage. One wrote simply. Patient presents as physiologically impossible. By day 4 without sleep, hallucinations begin. Motor skills falter. Judgment collapses. By day 10, most people would already be dead. This man was committing complex crimes nightly and wandering the city by day. The 20th day brought a call from a residential neighborhood. A woman reported someone inside her home, moving calmly, footsteps measured. No panic. No rush. Officers arrived. The front door was unlocked. No forced entry. The house was silent. They found him standing in the kitchen. Perfectly still. When ordered to the ground, he complied. No resistance. No confusion. Up close, he looked worse than the footage suggested. Pallid skin. Bloodshot eyes. Veins spiderwebbed across the whites. Pupils dilated. But fully alert. He answered questions instantly, correcting an officer on the time. No drugs. No stimulants. No alcohol. Heart rate high but steady. Blood pressure elevated. Physically, he should have collapsed days ago. Klein asked his name. Names are for sleepwalkers, he said. What do you call it? Listening. At 4:12 a.m., he collapsed. Seized, then limp. Medics rushed in. 36 minutes later, he was pronounced dead. Cause of death, extreme sleep deprivation leading to cardiac failure. Case closed. Except it wasn't. 3 nights later, a security guard reported seeing the same man on a 12th floor, in front of a locked server room. Security footage was corrupted. One still frame remained, a man facing the camera, eyes open, wide awake. Smiling. Time-stamped. Day 20. Klein retired 6 months later. He never spoke publicly. In his old notebooks, a final note, shaky and hurried, remained. Maybe he didn't stop. Sometimes, when the city is quiet and the cameras hum softly in the dark, there's still a man moving through the frame. Watching. Waiting. Awake while the rest of us dream.